Okay, so find the average rate of change of this thing called the function. A function is f of x equals 1/2 x squared, and then you have three parts from. What's the average rate of change formula? What is the average rate of change formula? Is it just rise over run in plain English? Yes or no? Yeah, that's it. That's all that is. But what is it? So in algebra 1, what was the formula? y2, good, minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. In pre-calc, they go really, really fancy, right? They go, I'm still going to use x1 and x2, but what did they use for the y1 and y2? F of x subscript 2, yep, minus f of subscript 1, okay? But when you calculate it, it's still the same thing. So part A, find the average rate of change of this curve from 0 to 1. So what do you think 0 is and what is 1? What's 0 and what's 1? Ethan? Is it one of the x values? Or is it both of them? They're both x values. You're right, okay? So 0 to 1 means, hey, I'm running it from here to here. So they're definitely on the x-axis. So which one do you want it to be x1 and which one do you want it to be x2? Sure. Put it in order, right? x1 is 0. x2 is 1. Well, to use the formula, what else do we need? What else do we need? What else do we need to use the formula? The y's. How do we find the y for the first x? F of x1. What do we do? Plug it in. Let's do it. 1/2 times 0 square is? It's still 0. Okay. Plug in 1. Okay. F of x2 equals 1/2 times 1 square, which is what? 1/2. Okay. We got everything we need. Now we just have to do what? Just plug it in. All right, let's do it. What goes on the top? 1/2. Okay. Take away 0, right? Because that's x2 minus x1. I'm sorry, y2 minus y1. On the bottom, what should we write? 1 minus 0. Oh, man. What is that? What is that? 2. Is that 2? No? What is it? Is it 1? It's what? 0.5. Is that okay? Yeah, it's 1/2 or 0.5. Okay, you can write either answer. I'm okay with that. You can write 1/2. Okay, or 0.5. Okay, it's so the average rate of change from 0 to 1, it's half a unit. Okay, that means it's increasing. It goes up 1 for every 2 units it goes to the right, or you can go, hey, it goes a half every 1 unit it goes to the right. Okay, bless you. Now that you know how to do A, can you and your team take a couple minutes to do B and C? Okay, I know I'm totally like invading space here. So I'm gonna, work it out together. Show all your work on your notes. These type of problem, you cannot use a calculator, so make sure we know how to do fractions without a calculator. But try it out. I'm gonna put a couple minutes on the clock to make sure I'm on time. Talk it out. Don't be shy. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle your card and call randomly on one of us, so please do talk it out. Again, try not to use a calculator on basic math, okay? All of these will be non-calc, so make sure you're comfortable working with fractions. Grant, are you done with both B and C, dear?
Yeah.
Are you sharing answers? Make sure you're right. Look.
Oh, can we use like standard calculators on tests?
It's either calc day or non-calc day. But on the calc day, yes, you can bring in both, like the normal kind and a graphing kind. Okay. But on the non-calc day, nothing. You're not talking anymore, so maybe you're done. Okay. I'm just gonna take a collection of all your answers. Here we go. Let's do B first to see if you guys. I'm gonna use orange for B. I know I totally took up too much space there. Christine, what did you get for B, dear?
I got
1 and 1/2. So can you give it to me as a mix, not a mix, an improper fraction? 3/2. Okay. So Christine said on letter B, her average rate of change is 3/2. Let's see. Emma, what is your average rate for B still? I'm still taking collection for B.
4/3.
4/3. Okay. And then this is still for B, okay? Nicole, what did you get for B, dear?
I got 4.5/3.
Okay, 4.5/3. Still for B, okay? Vincent, what did you get for B, dear?
Oh, I got 4.5/3.
Okay. What did you get for B? Sinjin, what did you get for B, dear?
4.5/3.
All right, so those, I'm going to work this out to see where we are. Which one did you guys use for X1 on letter B? Which one's X1? 0, okay. So I'm going to go for B. X1 is 0. X2 is obviously then 3, right, class? Let's plug it in. F of 0. Class, what's F of 0? It's still what? 0. What's F of 3? We're going to go 1/2 times 3 square. What's 3 square? 9. Okay, so we got 9 times 1/2. Leave it as fraction, please. 9 times 1/2 is 9/2. Okay, so like that. So now I'm going to use all of that to find my average rate of change. It's going to go F2 first. So I'm going to go 9/2. Take away, what's F1? 0. All over what? 3, take away 0. A couple of things that I want to remind us. You may not have fraction and decimal all in one, okay? So even though the actual value of that is correct, but that would not be an acceptable answer, just so we're clear, okay? Now let's simplify this. You have 9/2 divided by what? What are you going to do when you divide fraction? Multiply by its reciprocal. So 9/2 times what? 1/3. Okay. Is it possible for me to reduce, bless you, before we multiply? Yes. 9 and 3, I would have 1 here and 3 here. So when I cross reduce, that's what I have. So now let's multiply. 3 times 1 is 3. 2 times 1 is 2. So this is the only acceptable solution for this average rate of change. Okay. So please do not, okay, leave it like that. That will not be acceptable. So the final answer is 3/2. Okay. Now that you know how to reduce, can you please try C again? Reduce C in the correct way. Okay. So now that you know how to reduce, please try C one more time. as you guys are trying that, I'm just gonna come around and give you guys back your last homework quiz, okay? All right, here we go. Jacob, R, did you get an answer for C, dear? Okay, continue. Okay, raise your hand if you have an answer for C now. Allison?
5/2.
5/2. Does that sound like a good answer? Harry, what is your answer? 2.5. 5/2 versus 2.5. It's the same thing. You're right. It is the same thing. Probably they're both right. Okay, but if you're looking for the rise over run, you're probably looking at fractions. They're not wrong. The I will accept both. Okay. Whatever floats your boat, Harry. Okay, they're both right. Here we go. Let's go on to example 7. Ooh. Suppose that g of x is negative 2x to the second plus 4x minus 3. Find, oh, I'm sorry, yes.
Can you show me how to do C?
Yeah, good. Thank you. All right. Did you decide to be x1 as, oops, pencil. x1 is 0, and then x2 is 5? What did you get for f of x0? 0, good. Okay, so f of 5. So Nicole, go ahead and tell me what to do here. What would you do on f of 5?
5 or 25.
Yeah, that works. Okay. So now we're gonna do f of, so 25/2, Nicole, minus 0. Are you okay with that? Divided by what?
5 minus 0.
Yeah, that works really well. Okay. Remember, you are dividing fractions, Nicole, so you need to multiply by?
1/5.
From here, can you reduce before we multiply?
Yeah.
So the 5 and the 25, would you agree that I have 5 there and 1 here? Yep, and then when you multiply, you end up with 5/2. Good question. Can we all do that without the calc, by the way? You would have to, okay, so please get comfortable. What was the mistake on that, Nicole? Oh.
Where I had to change the denominator of fractions.
Got it. Okay. Sorry, I don't know where I'm at. I am somewhere. It went away. Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. All right, find the average rate of change again from -2 to 1, but this time on number 7, example 7, I said g of x is -2x squared plus 4x minus 3. Okay, so Dahlia, what would you like x1 to be? On example 7. Sounds like a good one. Okay. Let's find f of x1 then. So f of -2 is, Emily T, how would you find f of -2? What would you do to find it? Very Yep, very good. Okay, so here we go. Negative 2 times negative 2 square plus 4 times negative 2 minus 3. Okay. All right, I want you to work that out. Give me an answer. All of that comes out to be what? Okay. So once you have an answer, can you share your team? Because I'm going to be randomly calling on you. So please, please, please share that with your team. Bless you. Correct. Okay, Dana, what did you end up with, dear? Negative 19? Thank you. Okay, is it negative 19, guys, for f of negative 2? Yes? All right, let's do. What is x2 then? Lex, what did you choose for x2? Well, you don't have a choice now.
For x2?
It has to be what?
1.
Yes. Okay, now let's find f of 1. F of 1 equals negative 2 is in the front times 1 square plus 4 times 1 minus 3. All right, you and your team work that out. Alex M, what did you end up with, dear?
I got -1.
Negative 1 is Alex, right? Okay, let's find the average rate of change. We are going to take the y values. So here we go. Negative 19, take away negative 1. Be very careful of how you're writing it, okay? All over. Your x's are negative 2 minus 1. Is that the correct setup? Right here? Oh, it's sleeping.
Isn't negative 19 y2? Y1?
Let me pull it up. Kyle left. He's my bubble rescuer. So here we go. Here's our work. Okay, here's our work. So we're gonna take the y values, which is negative 19, take away negative 1. Is that okay to write? Okay. Yeah.
Isn't negative 19 y1 not y2?
Yeah, good question. Okay. The question is, hey, why did you switch up your y's? Okay. Can I switch up my y's? Can I put y1 first minus y2? I can, as long as I also do what? Switch my x as well. So, yep, you can always go back and forth as long as you switch both top and bottom, okay? If you try it out and you didn't switch, we should have the same answer. So here we go. 2 negatives would make it a what? Positive. So negative 19 plus 1 is now what? Negative 18 all over. Negative 3. Should I leave it like that? No, I should simplify that down to 6. So the average rate of change is 6 units, okay? That means I'm going to go up 6 and 1 over. Up 6, 1 over. That's really what it means. It's like a slope. B says find an equation of the secant line. Containing, look at the symbols, look at the notation. Containing -2, comma g of -2, and another point, 1, comma g of 1. Let's zoom in really quickly. What on earth is this? What is that? That's just simply x and? How, is that a point? Yeah, the 2 points. You're trying to find an equation of a line given 2 points. Oh my, do we already know those 2 points? Yes. Do we know the y for those 2 points? Yes. Do we have the slope for those 2 points? Yes. All we got to do now is put together as a line, okay? So let's look at this right here. This right now is saying -2, comma g of -2. What is g of -2? You found it already. -19, okay? And this one said 1, comma g of 1. What is g of 1? -1. What is the slope that we are going to use? What is it? 6. All right, let's put it together as a line. Well, I'm going to use point slope form. You don't have to. You can always use something else. You're more than welcome to write a line however you wish. But here's my point slope form, okay? I'm going to have to pick a point. A point slope form, I have to pick a point. Which point do you want me to pick? I have 2 points. You have to pick a point. The second one, like that one? Sounds good. Let's plug it in. Y minus, what's my y1 here? -1 equals, what's your slope? 6 times x minus what? 1, okay? Now we have to simplify, make sure it's in the y equals form. So here we go. Can I distribute with a 6, guys? Okay, so that's 6x minus 6. How do we solve for y? Subtract. So subtract 1 from both sides. Okay, so y equals 6x plus, I'm sorry, not plus, minus 7. Okay, that is your equation of the line. In this case, a secant line. Okay. All right, calculator. Can you graph it? Can you handle it? What are you graphing? And this is our last thing of the day. Where do you go to graph? Where do we go to graph? Y equals, right? Everyone punch in y equals. Once you punch in y equals, what equation are you graphing? Does it say? Yeah, -2x squared plus 4x minus 3. Once you punch in y equals, what do we go to get a full graph? Zoom what? Stander. Go zoom stander. Okay. Once you graph it out, zoom stander. Okay. So a couple of things you can do. Y1, punch it in. Then you want to hit zoom. Okay, and zoom stander. Then it says here, using your graphing utility, draw a graph of G and the secant line. So I would like for you, this is how you get the points, by the way, for your G. Can you find a button, table? Is there a table button on there, on your calculator? Where is that at? The graph. I want you to hit secant and table. It's really beautiful. Can you see all the points you can use? Look at that. You don't have to do any work. It's already there. Okay, give me 3 points that we're going to use from the calculator. It's all already on your calculator. Some nice points. 0, what was it? -3, so 0, -3, plot it in. What else? What are the points? You need minimum 3 points. 1, -1? 1, -1, 1, -1. Okay, I need one more point. 2, -3. 2, -3. Okay, is that enough to draw a graph? Yes. Second table will give you everything you need. Okay. All right, so here's your graph. It also wants what else besides the graph? The secant line. What is the secant line, and how do we graph that line? How do we graph a line? Where do we start? We start at the y-intercept. What is the y-intercept for the secant line? -7. So all right, let's go down -7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. What is the slope? 6. That means you go up 6 and to the right how much? 1. Up 6, right 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right 1. Like a couple of lines so that way it's a couple of dots I meant so that way it's nice and straight. Okay. Sorry, I need to use my pencil. I'm not gonna be able to do a straight line. I missed a couple of dots. I'm just gonna make these really fat. Okay. Okay, so now look at this line and look at the curve. Remember, the secant line is supposed to intersect the graph at 2 different points. But look at this. Is it intersecting at 2 different points? Is it intersecting currently? Is it intersecting the graph at 2 different points? No. Why? How come it's not on our graph? What's happening to -2 when we had it earlier? At -2, the graph goes all the way to the what? -19. Now, I don't have enough space for -19. Can you see this? So if I were to keep on going, it will intersect all the way down there, okay? But I just don't have -19. I only have 1, -1, and that's where they intersected it, 1, -1. Okay. All right, I think that's the end of our day. Yes, Dahlia.
Go ahead.
Say that one more time. A secant line has to intersect the graph at 2 points, Dahlia. I just don't have enough space for 19. See this right here? So that's why you only see it once on our graph. But technically it has to be 2. Okay. Go ahead and grab 2 books for each team. Guys, ask people around you if they need you to grab them books as well, so we don't need to all walk around. I'm going to come around and stamp your homework and return old homework quiz. Yeah.